guys ever been in zero gravity?
My bed's zero gravity. I keep that a buck. So I do go in zero gravity at night. But I did have an opportunity to go in zero gravity, but the flight was canceled.
Okay.
Because we were able to take off somewhere like near Lancaster, near like
All right.
in that area and go all the way up. But yeah, I was supposed to have it for my birthday.
You go on a flight and then it like drops down?
Yeah, it goes up to whatever amount and then you're just automatically in zero gravity.
Wow.
Damn.
I'd try that. Yeah.
You try that, right?
I would.
Get in there, get a suit on with your name on there.
All right.
Jeff.
Get a badge.
It's scary. I mean, that's the thing they don't tell you about. Like, I feel like skydiving now is so normalized. Like, it's too normalized.
Yeah, that's
where
true.
everyone's like you talk to your friends and one of them's gonna be like, oh yeah, I went skydiving the other day, and it feels like a normal thing in conversation. And then you do it and you forget that you're literally jumping out of a fucking plane, and they don't. I don't know. Like you start going up and up and up and up, and you look out the window. You're like, oh, that's a beautiful view. Like that's really nice. And then you get to a certain height, and once that door opens, the red light turns on, which is scary because that red means bad. I feel like just in general. And then the door opens, and it's the loudest shit you'll ever hear. And then you remember, you're like, oh, I got to jump out of this thing.
For me, the scariest thing was seeing the people in front of me go, ah.
Yeah.
Doc, you actually jumped out?
Yeah.
Oh, so we got two jumped out? Johnny, you jump out?
Hell no.
Nah,
And you're standing there looking over the edge, and you're like just humanly, like the primitive survival instinct of you is like, nah, I shouldn't be doing this.
That's
What's the first thing, I guess, that like you may feel as soon as you jump
helpless.
out? Is this,
because you jump if you've jumped anywhere else, like you do cliff diving or something like that, like you accelerate but you hit the water at some point, and then it breaks. You keep falling faster when you're falling out of a plane, and the wind's blasting all over you and shit, and you just can't hear anything. And I thought the guy was like, I'm gonna tap you when I'm gonna check the chute, and then I'm gonna tap you, and that means that the chute's good to go and you can just relax.
See, that's too much.
I didn't feel him tap me. I don't know if he forgot, or maybe if it was just so windy that I didn't know, or I was freaking out. But like then I was like, is the chute not gonna work or anything like that?
Yeah.
And so the whole time I was like, I might die. I might die. It was fucked up. Yeah.
That's like nerve wracking, dude. I had my stomach all messed up.
I
think everybody should do it one time.
Hey, man.
I think I agree.
Just on your
everybody should do it one time.
Just to get out.
Well, just to
because you can yell, you can scream, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you yell or scream.
It don't
doesn't
matter.
matter. No one
So
can hear
you're kind of just going, and then
It's like the ultimate roller coaster of falling.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's a good way of putting
So
it.
what about bungee jumping? Is that enough to just get it out the way?
I've never done that.
I've never done it, but it can't.
I
be
don't
the
trust
same.
that either. Hillary Banks,
you gotta, we're at a point in human evolution where you could jump out of a plane and survive. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, that's like an interesting thing. I might have to try.
What percentage of like what out of how many people? Like, what's the percentage
of what people die? No, like we're at a point where like you could jump out from the stratosphere and survive.
Survive it.
Well, because you got a parachute. Because you got a parachute.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like that's just a crazy thing.
Oh, definitely.
I was about to say survive straight up, Johnny, jump out.
No, yeah. No, you're gonna.
Oh man,
you splat, hit the ground like a pancake.
Oh yeah,
That's
I
what's
seen
up.
a dude jump off the little bungee thing with a toddler. And he went off. Now he was.
Oh, that's child abuse.
He
I
was
don't know about
secured, but
He was
the baby
holding the
wasn't.
kid.
He was holding the kid and just. I'm like,
It's
what?
endangerment all day. Yeah.
That's,
Period.
that's-
Regardless of anything, that's neglect, endangerment.
It's a lot of stuff
That's all
going
that.
on.
Like that wasn't.
You gotta call
fun.
CPS.
I'm not doing my
Oh,
son.
of
My
course.
son's
The
not
recoil
doing the
on
most
that
chill
is
stuff
no
ever.
good. Yeah.
Like that's I mean, is it worth the clout to do that though? Like
Nah.
Nah.
Bungee jumping, I can't.
Yeah,
Because you
that's
can.
crazy.
I feel like you could fuck that
That
up.
cord,
You could
yeah.
fuck up the skydiving. Because what if there's a little too much slack, or like the water's a little higher than you think it was gonna be? Like you're gonna snap your neck or something. I don't know.
So you guys
I'm not
get
doing that
invited to take a commercial trip out to the moon in the next 3 years. Are you going?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And why? And
Yeah.
each one of you.
Why I would go? I mean, you'd get to view the world from a completely different perspective, and you'd get to kind of see that life is so much bigger and the universe is so much bigger than what we think it is. I don't know. I feel like it'd be like a very enlightening experience.
Yeah, I need to see. I need to see what's out there, what it looks like, everything. You feel me?
Yeah.
Is it in the same illustration that's being presented to us here, or is it different?
All right.
Yeah.
So everything going on, you're not afraid at all. You would just go. Just
No, I'm out here.
Yeah.
Well, no, fear is part of it, right? Like, yeah, I'll be afraid, but I'll still go.
To go to the moon.
My fear to be fresh
You know what I
too.
mean?
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
I wouldn't go first. I wouldn't go first, but I would go.
Shit, man.
You could just
Man,
you
I
could chill
am
on the
not-
spaceship.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
The spaceship and
Man,
just wait.
I'm not even going on the ship, bro.
I'm gonna put some gold D's on the ship, man. We rolling around the moon. Hey, look, whip this thing, dog.
See some aliens out there.
Oh, nah, man. And y'all go.
Turn on your blinker.
and y'all run into them other aliens out there.
Yeah,
and,
ATL aliens.
That's also the only place I'd be able to dunk.
All right, zero
Oh
gravity.
yeah,
the
the
only
bounce,
place,
yeah,
man.
the levels of bounce.
My
in
vertical's
space.
trash, so I could
Listen,
get up.
man,
I could get up
hey,
there.
I already.
I even want to see what a black hole. I think that looks like really cool to me.
Oh, a black hole?
Not being around it close to
Oh,
get
yeah.
like sucked up, Paul.
Far away.
Get sucked up by a black hole. Oh.
Hey, y'all go. So y'all want to go?
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Test the
We have
waters,
guests.
man.
Keeping it clean. I'm just saying, black holes are interesting to me.
Nah, yeah, I hear you.
Hey,
Okay,
listen.
so Elon Musk gives you $5 million each to be a part of the first civilization out in Mars. Do you take
So-
that?
Oh, I'm not
It's a
going.
lot
So
going on.
basically-
Questions.
I'm
I
not
have
going.
questions.
Basically, what you're saying, we falling for the okie doke, the 40 acres and
He
music.
said, "Come in there naked.
mean,
Come up and play
basically, like,
naked
come on.
Everything will be fine.
and farm."
Yeah, exactly.
He's a freak, man. I'm not
into some
going
other
out
stuff.
there to like just
Come on,
do-
man.
If we got the AI homies with the
land.
plant chip in there, like, I don't know.
And
We might
first
turn
off,
into
I'm not
Dr.
doing that
Manhattan. We
shit.
never
Yeah.
know.
Hey, listen, for the record, this is not the first time we went somewhere and started something. Okay.
That's right. Oh,
So-
hey, speaking of what you just said,
That's like, whoa.
Craig, speaking of what you just said, have you seen the movie Upgrade?
No.
They literally do that in the movie Upgrade.
The
guy-
reference?
yeah, somebody gets a chip put in their head. The guy's a paraplegic. And then once he has the chip in his head, he's a superhero.
Turns into Dr. Manhattan.
Kind of like that.
See, that's what I'm talking about,
that's good
man.
stuff.
Magneto.
I gotta get my
Great
more
stuff.
right.
Yeah, I'm not getting that.
Didn't they give the one guy he had no legs and Avatar?
No, but the army already had the suits. You feel what I'm saying? So
Oh,
that
those
was
mech,
one of them.
those mech suits.
The exo suits.
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
Call of
yeah.
Duty suits. That's all they are.
Yeah, I mean, really, Gundam suits, man.
Maddie want that. He's like, hey, he'd be out there
I-
dunking and horse.
I mean, but you know, just like they had the dude, I think he's a paraplegic. He was in the Olympics, and they had him with the suit. He was walking or in the Olympics. You see it? He was.
I saw that.
Yeah,
Did he
yeah,
play
the
wheelchair
prosthetic-
basketball, though?
the prosthetic
He was
leg.
holding the huh?
I love wheelchair
I don't know.
basketball.
Oh, I love that too. But yeah, he
Is
was.
he allowed to win gold?
Oh,
I
man, who
mean,
is
yeah.
it?
If he go against other people, that's like that.
mechanical.
I mean, you know, that's mechanical because you know, just like the guy that had the blades on his feet. You know, remember the
You see
guy that had
that?
the
Yeah,
blades on
well,
his
Bill
feet?
Burr did a good bit on that.
I mean,
He's talking about,
so
he's like, yeah.
it was like he running against guys with real legs, but then he got them blades. Like
It's not fair.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't care. Like you running like ding 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 ding. Like nah, that's too
So
much.
that's
got
like,
rocket
I'm
ships
not
there.
even
Yeah, it's
but
like
you know
No
what I'm
lactic
saying.
acid or
It's like
anything going on.
aerodynamic
Joanna?
type stuff or something, man. You know, like nah, that was unfair. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
even the playing field, you get other people that got the blades too. That's all. Yeah.
Talking about blades, did you guys see
Yep.
Deadpool and Wolverine?
I sure did.
I didn't. How was it?
Yeah.
Hey,
I
No
haven't seen
spoilers.
Is it worth?
can I say the line?
it.
There's only one blade, and there's only will be only one blade.
All right.
I'm
Sold. I'm sold.
I don't know what that means.
You have to watch the movie to find out.
Okay.
Is it worth a
alright.
watch or is it? I feel like all the
Yes.
new Marvel stuff.
Absolutely.
Was it funny?
win,
What was it?
They will win all the fighting award scenes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay,
All of them.
I'm in
Cool.
just based on that.
They're going to win all the fighting scene awards. Just the fact of Deadpool and Wolverine in a fade, and you can't die.
Oh, right. They got down, huh? Okay, yeah.
Like, they can't
I wanna
die.
see that.
So they're
Yeah.
just
Stabbing each other
whooping
over
each
and over
other's
again.
ass.
Like all the time throughout the movie or just one
You
good
know,
time?
Deadpool got a mouth on him. man.
Right. He's always
Wolverine on you, hey, bub.
I never thought about the personalities clashing all the
would you-
time.
all the
Yeah.
time.
If you had one of them to protect you and the other had to kill you for the rest of your life, Who would you have protect you?
my
Who would you have kill you?
To protect me,
Yeah.
I got to go with Wolverine for protection.
And Deadpool has to kill you?
I mean,
Deadpool's gonna be gruesome killing because the way he killed them dudes.
I mean,
they both are.
perverted,
hey,
man.
Both
He's got
are.
a
I haven't
that
seen.
whole scene, it was just like this.
Is he no Diddy and people with the knife?
Yep.
No
Oh
Diddy.
man! Oh,
Man.
There's a lot
oh
of
gosh!
moments.
Oh man!
Oh yeah, his new suit.
All right, we'll go check it out. Yeah,
Hey, he-
a field trip or something
They were
like that.
definitely trying to offend everybody, and
he brung up everything. They brung up all situations of past, and which is cool because it makes it seem like all the old Marvel movies are just part of the multiverse.
Okay.
So they're in some type of multiverse, but are they in the correct one?
You never know. And what do you guys think of Robert Downey Jr. Getting
Junior,
Dr.
Junior.
Doom? Yeah,
Oh,
Dr.
man.
Doom.
Lazy.
That's
I think
what-
that shit is lazy, man.
Yeah,
I think
that's-
they got
it's-
it like,
come on, man.
It just they ended it perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
The way that they did with Endgame, and now like I feel, I don't know, it's just like they're
Well,
broke. They're trying to
Let me
get
ask
their
you-
money up right
You
now.
guys, a question. So Jonathan Majors gets in trouble, right?
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
of legal troubles.
That
Robert Downey Jr., how much legal situations has he been in?
Wait a minute. Ho. You forgot? We don't forget. Things been happening with Robert Downey Jr. He's had his issues, but again, some things just get overlooked.
and he
because-
well, and
You know what
it's
I mean?
like
So it's not like we don't know. We just everybody knows that a no. So it's nothing.
they know, but has it happened in recent moments? You feel me? Is it current, up to date? You feel what I'm saying? If it ain't nothing happened in the last 10, 15 years, there's
So
gonna be a
what's
different
the
outlook
time-
in regard
what's the
versus
time?
just
Right.
happening now.
You're asking the wrong people.
Right, because
Yeah.
We
our
don't know.
time limit is different
If
from
we
their
knew,
time
we
limit.
probably would be somewhere.
Look, I ain't even got my watch on today.
All right.
Shit. You
We don't know those
'cause
guys.
Some people
Working
get a
on it.
lifetime ban, bro.
As soon as I
Okay?
find out, I'll bring it back and let everybody
Yeah,
know.
I mean,
Sick.
and once you get that lifetime ban, that's it, man.
That's it,
you know,
bro.
it's just certain bridges you can't cross at all, and that's it, and certain people can. They get to cross the bridge, create a new one, burn a new one, make a new
That's
one.
what it is.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Well-
It just happened like that.
There is someone who had a green light, and that person was Bruce Leeroy. Can you please explain to Nathan who Bruce Leeroy is?
Bruce Leeroy
He was a hero.
is our childhood hero.
Yeah, he was.
Somebody who within the community brought a lot of positivity, especially within the martial arts world, within the black community. So the black community was already up in arms, you know what I'm saying, with Bruce Lee. Loved Bruce Lee and the mentality, but then wanted to have something that articulated and registered within the community. Therefore, Barry Gordy, who was the head of Motown Records, made a movie about martial arts, but used it within the characters that resonated with us. So Bruce Leeroy became an iconic
Leeroy.
Right.
figure.
And what made
His
him
name is Ty Mac.
right?
Time
He
Mac.
might still
Yeah.
be running around somewhere.
Dude, I got a picture with him.
Okay, yeah, he might still be.
I got
around
I got a real
somewhere.
picture of him. Like, this is like real. Like, and he till this day is regarded like, it'd be Bruce Lee, then it's Bruce Leroy right there.
Right.
1A Bruce Lee, 1B Bruce Leroy.
But another great thing about that movie was
I
the
gotta check it
villain.
out.
But you got to check it out
Right,
though.
but the villain is
the
classic.
villain's classic too.
Show Enough is one of the best movie villains that
Because they
we've
always
ever
talk
seen.
about having a remake of it too,
Right,
because
and-
it like,
but they can't find another Show Enough.
hey,
Who's gonna play Show Enough?
Busta Rhymes.
Stop it.
Well, see, you know what?
He's close. I like that.
Hey, I was close.
Yeah, he's close, but
He's
he's not.
animated though.
Yeah, but
he
he's
got
not
the
showing-
body. He got the body
Right.
like show enough.
Just think about it.
And then look, all he had to do was
Busta
put
Rhymes.
extensions because he had dreads.
Right, and bust around. Yeah.
Yeah, right,
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That's-
He can be close, but I don't know if he pulls it off.
Leroy Green.
Busta Rhymes
Yeah,
can do
right.
that, you
I gotta
know?
see it now. I
you
really
gotta
gotta
check
see
it out.
You
Hey,
guys
man,
been
y'all
hyping
let
it
us
up.
know who can play Show Enough.
Who can play show enough? And then
Who plays the leading lady?
Oh, she was
R.I.P. Vanity. Hey,
Yeah,
Vanity.
Vanity. Shout out to Prince and rest in peace.
Wow.
Yeah, shout out for Prince for introducing Vanity. First of all,
Wait, hold on. Apple
Vanity
fine
was
too,
one of
but
the,
Vanity was fine.
biggest eye candies in the 80s.
Yeah, she was.
And
bad.
Prince was the one who kind of introduced her through Purple Rain was the movie.
No. Purple Rain. What was that? Vanity? Apollonia. That was
Apollonia.
Apollonia.
But Vanity was
No, she wasn't in that. She wasn't in that one.
That's the hard thing.
she wasn't in that.
What's
Yeah.
Vanity
Wait,
6?
wait, wait,
Vanity
wait.
6 was the name of the group.
Wait,
Vanity
Vanity
6?
was in it. Vanity was in it.
Yeah,
Then
see, I know what I'm talking about.
No. She was in it, but then Prince kicked her out.
Yes,
and then
that's what I'm saying.
Apollonia.
Apollonia came in.
okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
Vanity was in there.
So that's why it was Vanity 6, but they changed the name to Apollonia 6. So in the movie.
Oh yeah, she had a song
in
too.
real life,
It was
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I can't think of-
Sex shooter.
Tonight, don't you want to go with me?
Sex shooter.
Nasty
Sex
girls.
shooter.
Nasty
Yeah,
girls.
yeah,
Nasty
man.
girls.
Yeah.
Nasty girls.
Yeah.
Nasty girls.
I don't see her
I got a lot of homework.
She's
to do.
smiling.
I got
That's
a
awesome.
lot of homework to do.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Man.
What about the glow? Explain the glow. The glow.
Yeah,
The Glow was like the Fury. You seen Bruce Lee the Fury, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You remember when he did the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was, so that was like the last dragon. It means you got the glow. So when he knew that was it. He got the glow.
Yeah,
It
he was just the ultimate
took over
one, the
his body,
supreme
you know what I'm
being.
saying? So
A sublime glow all over your body.
That's in Bruce Leroy.
hey, but you know
Yeah,
what?
right,
now
yeah.
see, listen, just like how you
And
guys
then they
said,
got it's an iconic villain too, in Eddie Arcadian.
yeah.
Oh
okay,
yeah.
The
Sleaze.
video game king.
Video King. Yeah, he was definitely iconic too.
No, but it was like a cartoon version of a traditional kung fu flick, I would say, but it was put in like Harlem,
Yep.
and you had it was just culture at the time. The music was cool, the characters were memorable, and it's just a classic movie that stood with a lot of
And
us.
it's like that thing, which is
Love that.
crazy because like that's like the connection that we've always had as far as black and Chinese. Like you know what I'm saying? It was like that karate
Yeah,
because we had Jim Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, Jim Kelly was that guy that, but the real life one because he was a character as well, but he also in real life practiced martial arts. You know what I mean? So he was like our black Bruce Lee in a sense.
Right,
Like, you know what I mean?
That bridge for me was more like I grew up on Rush Hour movies.
Okay,
Like, that
all right,
was the stuff
all right,
that, like
all right.
my cousins and
All
I,
right.
like we would watch it religiously. Like I've seen every single one of them like 10, 15 times.
Right.
What's the line?
We gotta go get some mushu.
Chris Tucker line.
No man,
The camel hump. Get that mushu.
You?
Who do you think you kidnapped Chelsea Clinton? But it's like it's so good, and I love that shit, and that's kind of like what kind of inspired a little bit of like AO Check Up is like seeing the amount of similarities there are between like Black and Asian culture, specifically Chinese culture. Like there's a lot of similarities there, and I feel like in recent years, like whether it be the media or the culture or whatnot, try to kind of divide and segregate these two groups. And I'm like, man, like what happened to the shit that I grew up on that I love, where it's like we are the same and we really relate. I just hit my mic, I apologize. But like I feel like that was when I was like a kid, like how something a lot of me and my Black friends like related to is like we would just quote Rush Hour all the time, like
Quote
7th
movies,
grade. Like
real talk.
I remember like me and my buddy like Darkus, like I think we dressed up as Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan. So it was great.
What inspired you to make your film? What planted the seed in there to get that going?
You said the film Rush Hour really inspired you to want to create the connection between what you seen when you were younger, correct?
That was like kind of a comp, I guess, that kind of played into it. There were a lot of different factors. Rush Hour for sure, in terms of like exploring racial dynamics between Black and Chinese / East Asian groups. And I feel like in recent years, like there's been, I don't know whether it's, the media or the culture or whatnot, but like there's kind of been a separation and a little more of a divide between these two groups. And it's, I don't know, it's kind of sad to see. Like I grew up watching a lot of these Rush Hour movies where it kind of showcased like that Black and Asian culture is not so different. There's a lot of commonalities and similarities there. And I don't know, I feel like I kind of wanted to play into that, touch on that. And you're going to say something or?
No, I was just saying, like, just having my experience of living in China, I totally understand what you're saying and that connection and how like close we are in culture, and like everybody doesn't really realize it, but like there's a lot of different similarities that we are very similar about. Yeah. And I was just whole my experience in China, because I'm just sitting back and I'm looking and it's like, yo, you ain't want to get this fried chicken? I'm like, what? Yeah. Like, how you know I like, yo, we love fried chicken. Like, we about to go in here and get some right now. You want some? Like, hell yeah, I want some fried chicken.
Yeah. Oh, Chinese fried chicken is crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. The way they season everything is unbelievable. But I mean, you know, and one of the things that I feel like is commonality between the two groups is mental health, men's mental health, and the way that our cultures deal with mental health, and the way that we kind of train our men to kind of suppress their feelings, and you know, and it kind of boils up into this like toxic competitiveness. And that's something else I love competition. That's something really big that played a big factor in my life growing up. You know, I'm not a hooper by trade. I grew up playing soccer because I'm 5'8" and 150 on a good day.
But you had to hoop though.
I had to hoop. But in recent years I've been playing a lot more pickup just because it's easier to just like find games and play. And I love basketball. But that became like the way that I mean, mental health is a big thing that I'm passionate about and something that I struggle with myself. Absolutely. And whenever I'm, you know, dealing with something or I got to get out of my head, like I go hoop, I go to a park or to, you know, LA Fitness and get on some runs with just random people. And I mean, LA Fitness gets toxic out there, man.
Oh yeah, we know somebody who's a LA Fitness Hall of Famer.
Right.
Yeah, he's an LA Fitness Hall of Famer.
Gold medal.
Yeah, his jersey's retired in there.
It's toxic, but it's a beautiful thing where I feel like there've been times where like I have the worst day and I'm mentally just all over the place, and I go and I play 1v1 with like just the biggest shit talkers, the biggest and we're just in each other's shit, like you know, like jabbing each other foul. Like no one's calling fouls because no one wants to be bitch. You know what I mean? But we're fucking really getting in on each other. But like that shit, like by the end of it, it's respect, it's love at the end of it, and it's like, you know, I feel like I learned about you, you learned about me, and we kind of got ourselves to completely dissociate and not worry about that shitty day we were having or whatever we were thinking about. It got our adrenaline and our blood pumping and whatnot. And by the time I'm like going home, I'm like, man, I had a great day. Yeah. Even though this guy's talking shit, saying all this, and like he probably feels the same way of like, you know. And so that's something that really inspired Ayo Checkup, is like, I feel like the way we deal with men's mental health today, it's not always gonna be therapy. It's not always like, you know, you get better by just like laying on a couch and just, you know, talking like, oh, I feel this, I feel that. Maybe if that works if that works for you, like personally for me, I always, you know, had a tricky time with therapists, but like the joy and the bliss and the euphoria and the fulfillment I feel from playing pickup with someone, just a competitive ass game with someone, is really life-changing.
So you continue to speak on being competitive and stuff like that, and the mental part. So like, tell me, how'd you feel about Squid Games, like when that came out?
I thought it was cool. That was more like kind of exploring class dynamics and like capitalism and the way that, you know, the world kind of is built in a structure that we feel like there's a limited wealth for the working class and the common man, and there's only so much wealth to go around, whereas you know, we live in a broken system where there's only a minority that takes a majority of the wealth and whatnot, and we're kind of like the pawns and whatnot. And I thought that was a really interesting theme too.
Yeah, because I'm wondering, because just like I said, the mental part, because I'm like, with those, even the whole aspect, all the game was just something.
No, that wasn't no therapy though. That was like, that was trauma.
You know
that was trauma and trying to get money to save family.
Yeah, but
then go to therapy after that.
Right. Yeah, but you have to compete. It's a mental thing that you have to really, like, you know what I'm saying? They put you in a situation for those reasons, to where I'm just like, you know, I'm just saying, like, I think people like China have that thought process already, like ahead, to give you those like tools to be like, hey, I'm putting it there for you. You know, I've given you everything, as opposed to some people don't have the tools to even, you know what I mean? But you guys have that different structure. I've seen like basketball. I've seen 5-6-year-olds
focus
behind the back, focus, and all of them on the same accord. I mean,
the teaching's different, and the teaching's a little bit better how they teach. In like some ways, I'll just say this: in America, I feel like in some ways, especially within like social media, we're dumbed down, and it's opposite over there. Right. You know what I'm saying? We're about teaching and creating to be bright and smart and to think for yourselves. Right. And here it's like sometimes we're in like system. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like they put you in a system to help for you to do it, not
for you to succeed. Like it ain't like, hey, remember how many times I said this word? It's totally different. I'm mostly like, especially at a young age, I might be more adequate like in talk within numbers, you feel me? And that's a totally different ball game. Oh yeah. Versus here, right? Because we got our like literature and stuff, but in some cases, yes, that works, right? Because we have to talk and do certain things like that. But in the stream of things, it's more about numbers in regard as you get older and you got to work about things. Yeah, you know, dependent, especially for basketball. So. But one thing I want to talk about and go back on was it is a therapy. Basketball is a therapy. When I was a little kid, I was born in war. My brother was shot in the head. This was the only outlet I had. This was the only reach. He knows this. This dude behind the camera, he knows this. This was the only thing I had. So for me, it was a peace of mind. It let me feel like that other stuff didn't matter. You feel me? This is something I can create and like in my mode and in my world. So it's like giving me something else. And then it started just opening up a whole new world for me. So then it was just like the world that I was running away from because I wanted something different. Now due to this type of therapy is showing me something totally different. And giving me my own peace of mind and now my own control and my own power to say no. You know what I'm saying?
That's beautiful.
It's a wonderful thing if you're able to utilize it in the right way, but it's not for everybody mentally, right? Because some people do got to sit in that chair and be like, oh man, Geraldine, you know, she made the meatloaf again. Right. She made meatloaf yesterday, so I was
But it's a form. It is its own form of therapy. It's its own thing, and I feel like it's accessible and it's new and it's fresh and it's also a way to connect to people. There you go. Yes, it's a way to relate to people, and I think that's really cool. And it's this movie is like from the perspective of just the average hooper, of just like you don't have to be. I feel like a lot of sports movies, it's these are the best athletes. You know what I mean? And I was like, I'm not Ray Allen. You know what I mean? I can't be. I'm watching all these basketball movies before. I'm like, man, I can't play. But I realized like this is the average dude's movie of like, have you felt this way before? Can you connect to this emotionally from a universal human dramatic perspective? And that's what AO Checkup really is about.
Nathan, you keep using the word connection, and you're a young filmmaker, and you're just getting started, and you've done some amazing things. What 3 filmmakers connect with you to inspire you to do your thing?
Man, that's a hard question because
that's a good question too.
Thank you.
I feel like it changes like all the time. As of lately. Paul Thomas Anderson. I don't know if you know
Boogie Nights.
Yeah, Boogie Nights. Yeah, that I mean the work that he creates is I feel like the types of characters that he creates like really resonates with me, and they're all like very I don't know. They seek control. They very much so want to put up a facade that everything's good, and they're skilled and they're charming and they're interesting, but they're very broken inside, and they tear their own world apart in doing that. I really like the Coen brothers in the way that like they find humor and levity and
trauma.
Yeah, trauma. The way that they find like take universal human experiences and find the absurdities of it. And they have such a playful outlook on life. They have so much fun with life. It's fun. I feel like my movies are very different from the stuff they do, but they just remind me like have fun with it. Even things that hurt, and are painful can be fun as long as you view it as that.
Real point.
And then, man, like Wong Kar-wai, he's a Chinese filmmaker, Hong Kong, a lot of Hong Kong cinema. But that was a lot of stuff I grew up on, and you know, a lot of the films that I watched. But like stylistically, and even like the introspective nature of the stuff that he does. I mean, if you've seen like Chungking Express, In the Mood for Love, Fallen Angel, like just the stuff he does is mesmerizing. It's mesmerizing to watch. So I don't know, but if you ask me tomorrow, those three will probably change.
There you go.
That's how it is.
All right,
Man.
well, good. So I know that means we need your top 3. We already know what number 1 is. So give us 2 and 3.
Films?
Yeah, I mean, Rush Hour, I'm sure is number
man.
1.
Oh, damn.
Rush Hour. I mean, that list is changing all the time too. I mean, yeah, I love Rush Hour. Rush Hour's got to be up there. You know, Inside Llewyn Davis has to be up there.
That's a good one.
I'd say like, I don't know, man. It's changing. I love Tarantino. I love Inglourious Basterds. If you've
Tarantino.
seen that? I
Yeah.
love that. Punch Drunk Love, Boogie Nights. I don't know, man. I could go on a tear. It's hard to narrow it down. As of recently though, Everything Everywhere All at Once, if you've seen that, that's like one of my favorite movies as of recently.
Everything at once. Everything.
It's a crazy long time. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Everything.
Okay.
Everywhere.
Bro, it's a.
So I'm
I
like, what?
could not recommend it enough. Like you'll be. It's funny. It's dramatic. It's suspenseful, but also it's like heartbreaking and the most touching emotional thing. Yeah, watch that shit on your own because you'll be just sitting there crying. Yeah,
So watch that shit by yourself.
yeah.
Right. Okay, well, good.
Well, since I know we talking about, you know, film and, you know, that type of background, but you also do music as well. Like,
Yeah.
what's up with the passion with that?
I mean, I feel like I don't know. I always was a musician. Like growing up, every Chinese kid played the piano and violin, so I did that. And then I like rebelled against that and learned like acoustic guitar, electric guitar, drums. Like I wanted to be in like a rock band and whatnot. But that kind of like went to the side. Like once I started doing filmmaking and really pursuing that, like that was my primary passion. And I kind of just put music to the side. And it wasn't until during COVID when like, I mean, we weren't doing shit. We were just locked up in the house all the time in the bubble. And so I couldn't go out and really make movies like I used to. So I got really into music because you could just do that shit on your own in your room. You have a microphone or a computer and any instrument, you could make your own shit. And so that's when I started doing a lot of songwriting and whatnot and kind of rekindled that love for music. And then I feel like I'm someone who like I need to be creating always. I always got to be making something. And it's easy to get like burnt out when you're, you know, and you might feel this, but like when your hobby becomes kind of your job or your occupation or your field, like it's easy to get burnt out in that. And so I feel like I had to kind of alternate between like, okay, I'm making these films, I'm making these movies. I need something else to kind of like tap into, scratch a different part of my brain. It works differently. And that's when I started doing a lot of music and alternating back and forth. Like I get, you know, burnt out or feel myself burning out on the film side. Like I go write a couple songs, go record some stuff and then, you know, do that until I got nothing left. You know, I'm not writing anything interesting. And then I go back to movies and back and forth. And so that's kind of been like, at least the way for me, my creative process to make sure that like I'm always evolving and keeping it fresh and not like beating down that muscle. If that makes sense.
Got you. Yeah, keep refreshing it.
Yeah.
And don't like get into like a stalemate, you know?
Yeah.
You get tired of one thing and then you move on to the next. It kind of refreshes like each other in regards.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Have you guys been watching the Olympics?
Well, you know,
Yeah.
speaking of the Olympics, I have to say this. This is what I heard. This is what I heard.
You didn't get it from
man,
me.
Here we
but-
go.
Yeah, I'm
What,
just
Johnny, what
saying.
you got, man?
No, it's just that's what I'm saying. It's just like, you know, it's being appreciated where you're from and stuff. And we've always looked at, you know, trying to be more advanced and stuff like that. But according to records, you know, we get a gold medal, you know. You bring home about, you know,
Oh, $37,500.
$37,500, you know.
Something like
but
that.
if China come home with a medal, it was like
The-
380,000.
the countries that get gold medals, some of them that
For
get
winning,
paid,
I was
it's ridiculous.
I was like, what?
What's China making?
Trying
Like
to make a bank.
380
Yeah, like
some
300.
thousand.
million or something like
But
100,000 to- for a gold
USD?
medal.
USD or yen?
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
they said in
I don't know.
USD,
Well,
right?
I mean,
Why wouldn't it be?
Whatever
I don't know.
equivalent
I don't know.
to whatever equivalent You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
it's 38,000 American and 387,000 American. But that's
Damn, man.
Wow.
They really,
You know what I
they
mean?
really want to win.
Oh
yeah.
my God. And not just really want to win, it just gives you more of that, you know what I mean? Because I
Push.
seen the
Incentive, but because you got to think about it like this too.
Yeah.
Like America got a lot of gold medals. Certain countries don't have a lot of gold medals. So when you get a gold medal in a country, just like the swimmer from, is he from Denmark?
I'm not sure. I was thinking
Yeah.
there was a weightlifting lady who just won gold for the first time and for the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
she
seeing
about to
her
be so
face.
rich.
Yeah.
Just
You know what I'm
going,
saying?
You know, like that's the first medal ever.
Yeah,
Not even just. I
But
mean, she's
come on.
probably
She's
she probably
golden.
doesn't have to pay for
Exactly.
anything ever in the
Exactly.
ever in
Philippines.
life.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah, maybe not the richness, but the perks.
There you go.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
get a
yeah.
ton of perks. You win that
Oh, yeah,
gold medal.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you just feel this pride too of like you put that country.
You the
on your back.
best.
I mean, like look at how the Philippines came around Manny Pacquiao.
Oh yeah,
Rallied
that's
around.
true.
Right,
Look
right.
at that.
That's true.
And now I mean, she's gonna get
Yeah.
that.
She getting Ponce for life. I love
And
Ponce.
shout out Luau Dang, you know what I'm saying? Lou Dang.
Oh yeah, shout out Luau Dang, man, South Sudan, man.
man, come on,
Big
man.
time being competitive and putting yourself on the map. And he's been
Yeah.
funding those guys
Out his
His
pocket.
self.
out his pocket. I know that guy personally. I played with him
4 years,
in,
yes.
in prep school because him and Charlie Villanueva were on the same high school
Villanueva.
team.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They lost to us twice. I didn't know that.
See,
Thirty-seven 7,500 for United States.
What did I say?
It's 700.
What did I say?
8,232
Man.
in Hong Kong.
Yo,
US
hey,
USD.
US
Hong Kong or China?
so you saying if I got
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
my Chinese passport
Or
and I can go to
You
the
gotta tap in.
Olympics,
You gotta tap in.
hey,
Man.
Shinyu's coming back.
Let's do it.
Shinyu will be back.
Oh man, I could be how can you become a resident or something?
Can you even say ni hao?
Ni hao? Ni hao?
Ni hao.
Ni hao?
Right.
Get ready to learn Chinese.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah, no. So the one that's gonna mess them up is nega.
All right.
Oh wow. See?
First time I heard that, let me tell y'all, I thought they were saying the N word. So I totally stopped the car. I was no more than 1 minute away from the airport. I had the dude buy a shirt. What the fuck are y'all talking about? And he's like, oh, we're just saying, like it's not that serious. He started getting red. So then I felt bad. I chilled out and then I just laid back in the back. But it's like, yeah, it just means and like,
No, legitimately, it's like a
yeah.
verbal pause.
Yeah,
it's a verbal pause. Like when you're trying to think of like, that
they
shit.
just-
Like it's just used all the time, and it's used consecutively too.
Consecutive.
When you use
Nega.
it's like that.
I mean that's
Why is he so confused going from the airport? What was so confusing? He's just driving away.
Nah, because for me, like it's a whole process as a player. Like when you leave, you're not going home. You got to go do the test and everything. You got to go do tests.
But why was he so confused?
No, they were having a conversation in the
amongst
car.
each other.
Yeah, amongst each other. And that's it's all the time.
Yeah,
It's all the time.
all the time.
They, nigga. Even like if you ordering food, right? You're trying to order some pizza, like let me get the pepperoni in, nigga.
Let me get
Nigga.
See?
when my dad first came to this country, it's the same shit where he's
Same
like,
shit?
he didn't know, and he's just
Yeah, and they was like,
and these dudes like at the stoplight, like, what are you saying, bro?
wow.
What? It's like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's great. But you know what? That's the culture that we get into. Because even like in high school, that's actually how I got with my first girlfriend. Because she was.
Johnny, I don't know how we got here. Well, keep going. Keep going. I need to hear it. Go ahead, Johnny.
No, I'm just saying because you learn things, right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
You know, we was playing soccer, and this guy he called.
Wait, you were playing soccer?
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
This
my
was,
bad.
PE.
This sounds
Very
great.
intriguing
Keep going.
story. Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
Like this
PE.
story.
So
All right.
we playing soccer, you know, during PE, and she was Vietnamese, and the white guy's name was Don, Dorky Don, we used to call him. So Don
Dorky
did some
Don.
or whatever, and he called her the N word, but it's I don't know if I can say it. Can I say it?
Niggas?
No, he called her a nip, as you said, right? So I didn't know what that was, but her facial expression, and then she started crying and stuff, just affected me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, to me, when he said nip, it's, to me, I heard nigger. That's what I heard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though it was that, but and the way he did, and that was like, I had to take off on him. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so it was like, you know what I mean? I didn't know, but that's what, you know what I mean? Then I found
and there's
out.
many stories where Johnny's taking off on people. I know them personally now. Because I was just told about some, boy. I didn't even gonna say nothing.
You added another
But
one.
I just added another one. But now look, he's trying to stall me on, Mr. Takeoff himself.
That's funny.
Mr. Takeoff.
But yeah, so I was just like, so like I said, just I didn't know, and it kind of brought us together to where, you know, she became my first girlfriend.
Yeah, because you're gonna whoop somebody's ass.
Johnny. Yeah, you know,
That's an ally.
With the cross. Hey,
you know,
hide the Bible.
I mean, but it was like that. So I always had that respect,
Bible, white guys
love.
watching.
So, sometimes you gotta pop out.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah,
you gotta pop out.
So-
That's what you did. And you got the girl.
And I got the girls.
Happy
That's
ending for
it.
that.
Oh, like a video game.
That's 2 birds, 1 punch.
There you go.
Right.
For real. What you say? You know what?
Right.
Shout out to Bruce Leeroy.
He said
Yeah.
T.O., huh? We ain't talking about Terrell Owens.
Hey, and you know what? That's what I wanted to say too with the Bruce Leeroy, because we were saying who can play parts or whatever. I was thinking, even if we can't do that, I think we probably should do another storyline to it. Because like Bruce Lee, Bruce
like-
Leeroy, but Shonuff was a master too. Okay, Shonuff was a master
Showing
as
up
well.
his son, for
Who's
sure.
the master?
Because Shonuff had the glow. He had the glow too.
Showing up did
Remember?
have the
He
glow.
had them
So
talking
listen.
And it said-
master.
Exactly.
I want to know Shonuff's backstory.
Hey,
That's
Rick.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I want to know how he
Thank you.
became
The backstory
Shonuff.
from
Right,
Showing Up.
Right.
There's a backstory
Right.
to
It's really-
because guess what?
You
You know
gotta
why?
watch this.
Yeah.
You got
I'm gonna.
You know why?
Yeah.
There's more than one master. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can become the master.
You can become a master.
A master.
You know what? I just thought about it.
Yeah.
Now we about to do some Cobra Kai then.
You know what I'm saying?
But Showna.
You know? Like,
Yeah.
come on.
It's just
you know what
Cobra
I mean?
Kai,
Like,
but Showna. Right? If we doing it like that, and that way we can bring back Timac. Because
There
then
you
Timac
go.
comes back.
He deserves another run.
He's like the teacher, right?
yeah,
you go.
We can make him some boss or some other
Of
thing,
something,
but
yeah.
he got his own dojo
still
still.
the-
His
yeah.
dojo dude died, right?
And
then Shownuff died. But Shownuff had maybe some kids.
There you
Time
go.
man shooting bullets, man, real bullets.
Catching bullets with his teeth.
Like you
No,
remember?
he's
He was
like-
like, "How you know there was a blue one?" He's
So
like,
yeah, he caught. So
he was catching bullets.
he was catching bullets with his teeth.
Shonuff.
bullets
Shown
with
up?
his teeth.
No,
Bruce
Lee-
Leroy character.
Leroy.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen clips of that then.
I'm sure
You
you
had
have.
to.
Shit
You
like that.
had to. I'm probably you've seen it before. Just when you see it now, it's gonna be much different. It's gonna be a
Because I
little
hear
bit
the
more clear.
commentary of you guys in the background.
Yeah.
Am I the prettiest?
Classic.
Yeah.
Am I the meanest? Am I the baddest mofo on down around this town? Who am I?
Shown up.
I can't
Hear you.
hear you.
Shown up.
Yeah. The shogun.
I don't even need to see it. I'll just you guys do the whole
Oh,
movie.
man.
Man.
I'll watch
Yeah, we can do the whole movie.
Man, I'm
watch
telling you,
it.
it's a classic, man. It's a classic. You definitely gotta watch it, man.
What is one thing you felt like you've learned in this time and space that you're at right now that you'll be able to give to somebody who is at the beginning of their journey? Knowing that you at your journey to where you are now, what could you give back as far as information to an up and coming kid? You know,
Like in film and the arts specifically.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the most like annoying piece of advice because it's so like tangible, but you want more. You want a cheat code. I feel like when I was younger, I always wanted an older person to just tell me like, you want to be successful in film or you want to get to this point, that point, like just do this. It, like a cheat
list,
code, basically
right.
that, just a list of like, and you know, unfortunately, but fortunately, like with this industry and like with what we're doing here, like there's so many paths and there's so many routes and there's so many ways to get to wherever. And there's no way of calculating like where you're going to get to, you know, where you're going to get, how you're going to get there. And I think it's almost like a waste of time to be, you know, putting all that energy into just that. And I remember when I was younger, like everyone's just telling me, just keep making shit. Just keep making shit you love. And if you really love it, you'll keep doing it. And I was like, man, that's like fortune cookie wisdom. You know what I mean? Like, I want, like, tell me, like, do this, make this now, movie, do that, and like Oscar, boom. But I was like, whatever, like, fuck you guys. Like, you don't give a shit. But as time's gone on, I realized, like, oh, that's true. That's the realest thing anyone can ever say. And it's not even like I'll add something onto that. It's not just make shit you love, but like unapologetically make the things that are most unique to you. The things that no one else is gonna make, the shit that if someone else thinks, that's kind of weird, I don't know. Like, are you sure about that? Yeah. That's you. That's the thing that's the most you. That's your voice. And you gotta tap into that. You gotta capitalize on that because that's all you have. And as you do that, and you can't predict, like, you know, if festivals are gonna pick it up or if there's gonna be any success or if you just gotta make shit for you. And it's like, I mean, you know, most recently with AO Check Up, like, LeBron James and Tribeca like selected our film to premiere at their festival.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I was like, oh my God, like Captain L'America like picked up my movie. That's crazy. And like Tribeca, and it was like a really prestigious thing. But like, I mean, I have taken so many L's throughout my career for shit. I pour my heart into making this movie and that movie, that movie. No one wants it. No one wants it. No one watches it. This, that. And it's like, I feel like so early on, like I had to adopt the mentality that it's like, it's not about the achievements or the accomplishments or the accolades. It's purely the love of the game. If I really love this, I'm just going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep making it. I'm going to keep pursuing this. And if there's, you know, a festival or an award or an accomplishment or a cosign from somebody, then great. That's the cherry on top. That's the sprinkles. But like, that's not the point. The point is to be able to share your truth and to make your art. And so ironically, like when things started to slowly, you know, I mean, obviously I got a long way to go, you know what I mean? But like when things started to work out a little more, where I'm starting to get a little more recognition for things and, you know, festivals or awards or accomplishments are starting to come my way. It's ironically at the point where that was the least important to me. Now, shit, obviously, like if, you know, when LeBron was like, yeah, we picked your movie, I was like, fuck yeah, I was real hyped about that. I was on the airplane and I got that message and I was freaking out. But obviously that shit's exciting. But like the priority is creating the art, and that other stuff is ego. And as long as, you know, you're putting your energy and attention not towards getting and attaining things that you can't control, but you put that energy to just improve upon your own craft, like you will get somewhere. And that's something I got to tell I'm like really just talking to myself right now, honestly. And if there's anyone out there who's at an earlier point in their career and they hear this and this resonates, great. If you disagree, whatever. But like, this is me talking to myself of like, that is what I have to remind myself every day, which is like, okay, this didn't work out. That didn't work out. Like, whatever. That's fine. That's just ego driving. But like, am I becoming a better filmmaker? Am I being a better actor, a better musician, a better human being, a better friend, son, whatever? But it's just this principle of like, I'm gonna get better every day. I'm gonna improve every day. And I mean, that was like, I feel like someone who really inspires me is Kobe. Like my whole life. I mean, I grew up in you got Kobe everywhere here, but like I grew up in San Diego, and I mean, our closest team were the Lakers, and that was, I mean,
and the Clippers.
And the Clippers. Yeah. Well, my second favorite player was
Craig lived downstairs
in
the basement.
But I love Kobe, man. And like, I mean, you know, Chinese people love Kobe. Of course.
He's the man in China.
Oh yeah.
He's the man in China.
The man. He is the man.
Like for real. Like LeBron and them, nobody compares to Kobe over there.
Well, because the mentality he had. Kobe believed that like he had talent, but he believed like it is gonna be sheer hard work and work ethic that gets you to succeed. It is the most Chinese mentality. Like he was a badass, bro. And
I compare him to Bruce Lee,
Easy.
like in regard, like how they perceive him. Like it's like that.
Yeah,
It's
if,
big.
If the Chappelle Show did another one of the race draft sketches,
That's
bro, we would tank for Kobe. We would tank for Kobe, bro. He'd be our Wembanyama. We would trade everybody. Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, give us Kobe Bryant. We'll trade everybody, bro.
Right.
I don't care. We'll give it. But I mean,
Is Bolo Chinese? Was Bolo Chinese?
I'm not sure.
From the old Bloodsport?
I know exactly who
You know who you're talking about? Was he-
Yeah.
Is Bolo Chinese?
Yeah.
Bolo
This is
Hawaiian,
dude
I
named
want to
Bolo.
say.
He was like the
Yes.
villain in all these Van Damme movies.
Yeah.
Now, he did a movie with Bruce, too. He did a movie.
I mean, if he is,
Yeah,
we'll trade him for Kobe too. He's on the block. We'll give everyone, man. It's like when the Lakers traded for AD. We'll give you everybody.
Everything,
Give us Kobe.
huh?
But Kobe, like he inspires me in every way. Like even in film. Like one of the biggest things that I learned from him was like, I mean, obviously his work ethic, but like what he did was, and I'm sure, I mean, is on some podcast he's talking about this, of he would break down what he needed to be the best basketball player possible. So, shooting, defense, playmaking, like passing, all this stuff, like, the strength in his legs, like even like the small, minute things, and broke it all down. And he's like, every summer, like I'm going to check in. I'm just going to work on one thing, shooting with the weak hand, or, being able to create my own shot off the dribble or whatever, handles. And that's what got him to where he is, which is like, he says this thing where he's like, I want to get to a point where no matter what, I've been working so hard and so much harder than everyone else every single day that even if I took a whole summer off and someone else busted their ass, they're not even close to catching up to me. You know what I mean? And I was like, well, shit, like that should apply in everything in life. And so for filmmaking, like I did the same thing where I started a couple years ago breaking down, okay, what do I need to be the best filmmaker possible? Break it down. Okay, visual language, directing, ability of working with actors, set environment, editing, tone, music, like all these different things. And it's like, okay, every year or every period of time, I'm working on one thing. So when it was like, okay, I want to get better at directing actors. Okay, shit, take an acting class. Be in their mentality, get better at that. And then, but that ironically triggered me into fall in love with acting and being an actor too. And then like, okay, visual language, I'm going to get really into photography. And also I'm going to start studying photo books. I'm like reading, and I feel like a little kid. It's like, my mom's like, what are you doing? You're reading picture books, basically. You're reading photo books. And not even reading, you're looking at them. But I'm like, but you learn these new frames and these techniques. Editing, like watching foreign films, and the way that they edit their shit is way different than what we have here. But it's like that, what I realize is that is the only thing I can control. I can't, I'm a nobody. Like I didn't come from any like clouded family. I'm not like loaded or anything. Like I don't really have anything inherently going for me. So I can't control any of the other shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like all I can do is like, whenever the time comes and that opportunity is there, I'm ready.
Yep.
I'm ready to take that shot because I've put in the work. I've put in the work. I've busted my ass. I've built up each skill and I have confidence in each skill. And I'm always learning, and I'm going to keep learning from the people I surround myself with and the people that I work with. But it's like, it's that pursuit of perfection of the craft that we'll never attain, but it's that pursuit of it that gives us life and that fuels us.
Yeah. I mean, Sugar Free said it best. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Right. So I had a question because like I'm hearing the passion, the detail that you have in movies, and it looks like you really been doing it and really been in it. So like when I say that, because like, I make t-shirts or design t-shirts, and I remember starting how people wouldn't help, people gatekeeping things, wouldn't tell me where, stuff like that. And then not only that, I started looking at t-shirts differently as well. Like I can't wear a plain t-shirt. I just can't. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but I can't just wear a print. It has to have something on the front that's representing me and what I say or anything. So even when I see other people's shirts, I know that's their expression. Like, you know what I'm saying? Certain. So like with you,
Space travel.
Tell me, do you see like when you see films, movies or anything, like do you see them differently now that you know more about what you do? So how do you see it? Because like some people say like, oh, this and this, but you know, like, okay, this is a type of camera or this angle. Like, you know, some of the inside stuff.
Yeah.
So can you, speak on that?
Yeah, man. I think I just ultimately like appreciate movies a lot more. Really, like that's the biggest thing. I mean, I can think analytically about it, and I always try to reserve that for like the second or third watch. But like the first time I watch it, before I'm a filmmaker, I'm a fan, and he a fan. But I'm a fan, I love movies and I love watching stuff. And I realize like some human being bust their ass to write this movie, to bring it to other human beings who bust their ass to make this movie. And so I always try to like, I mean, it's easy, man. I'm a hater sometimes. I won't lie, but like I always try to like what do I love about this movie? What do I appreciate? Because it's like someone, we gotta stick together. It's hard out here, man. There's so many haters out there. It's like let's
It's hard out here for a pimp.
Yeah, but let's find what's good about. But then I think very analytically and critically about things. Where like sometimes I'm like, I would have done this differently, or sometimes I would have, like I appreciated this decision. I can learn from this decision or whatnot. But that's kind of how I see movies.
Okay. Cool.
What's next for you?
AO Checkup is now on the festival circuit, and so we'll see.
Check it out, everybody. Hey, yo, check up,
and we'll see. So we'll see where that goes. And I am shooting my next short film, Flavor of the Month, in a couple weeks actually, at LA Center Studios, and that's a movie that kind of deals with representation politics in modern day Hollywood, especially with like before there weren't as many Asian Americans on screen, and that's slowly opening up. But because of that, it's kind of a Wild West, and there's interesting dynamics and jabroniness out there. So that's kind of what that explores. And then the big thing I'm doing is the movie I released before AO Checkup. It's called Adam's Song. It's a film about a struggling musician who kind of is trying to do his thing in the music landscape while also struggling to have a positive relationship with his Chinese immigrant father. And so that's a film that's very special to me, very specific to me. That is also out on YouTube. It's called Adam's Song by Nathan Xia. You can look it up. And we are in development for the feature film version of that movie.
Nice.
So trying to raise funds for that and make the full 90-minute to 2-hour version of it. So really excited about that. Just trying to keep making these movies, man. Trying to keep making these movies and survive and have fun with it and hang out with incredible people like you guys.
Definitely. We appreciate you coming, man.
Always.
Also, we do a segment called Pick One. Okay, so we just ask you a couple questions and you just pick one. So we got Instagram or Facebook?
Oh, Instagram.
Yeah, how the heck you said Facebook? You should have said TikTok.
No, TikTok.
He said Facebook or Instagram. We in 2013.
TikTok or YouTube, because that's the media. I'm
confused.
I mean, the media was Facebook and Instagram. Then we got TikTok, and TikTok is going against YouTube. No, TikTok is not going against Instagram.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think the battle.
I thought TikTok and Instagram was on, and Facebook is on his way out.
Well, yeah.
So that's it.
I don't know. Okay. We finishing this.
What's the last one? You got another one for him?
Oh,
because that one.
Let's go with Oscar or Emmy.
Oscar. I like movies more. I like movies more than TV.
Jet Li or Jackie Chan?
Jackie Chan. I like the humor that Jackie Chan has. In terms of who's better at martial arts, definitely Jet Li, but I love how Jackie Chan made martial arts and the culture accessible to everyone.
All right.
Jeez.
We got
it. Nice.
I love that.
All right.
And there you have it. Let them know social media, where you can reach you at real quick.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, everything, YouTube, Spotify, Nathan Xia, Nathan Xia. And yeah, hit me up and we'll chat.
And check up, Ayo, check up. All right.
Yo,
Appreciate you hanging out with us, man. Thank you.
Or I'm gonna check up with you.
Okay.
I appreciate y'all.
Hey,
Thank you
always
guys.
love. We.
Yes.
This is fun.
Hey,
You guys
make sure you
got the
like,
show.
comment, subscribe, and share if you got any questions for Nathan and ourselves.
Because we gonna have to pop out and show ninjas.
Okay.
We could talk. Yeah, this is a good time. Peace.